Hi everyone and welcome. I hope that you're doing well. My name is Jayme and I'm the Hermetic Shaman. If you are new here, I'm so glad that you have found your way to this space. And if you are returning, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your continued support. Today's reading is a general collective message intended for anyone who feels drawn to it. As always, please take what resonates with you in your personal situation and gently release what doesn't. If you are interested in booking a personal reading or a cord cutting session with me, the link to my website is in the description box below. And if this message supports you in any way, please hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a reading. We're going to begin with the tarot dice. Things might get a little loud for a hot minute. If you are sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe and Divine Council. What is the vibe? What is the tea? What is going on in collective energy? We have the 6. This is very interesting. So the reading that I did, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I was talking about them making a perfect triangle. We have a perfect triangle here again. But it's like flipped. It's flipped this time. Something here is about to be flipped. Yeah, my right ear is ringing. Somebody here is not happy. Somebody here is in spite. Somebody here is not happy that something here is now being flipped on back onto them. Somebody is receiving some kind of news that they don't want to hear. Whatever somebody was doing, yeah. See, what's happening right now, it's something here is being... Something here is being mended. Some kind of injustice is being mended. Somebody here thought that they could just take something all for themselves with this 6 of Pentacles reversed. This is somebody here that... They did something out of selfish reasons for personal gain. This is not somebody here that needed help, right? Because the 6 of Pentacles talks about, asking and receiving, right? It's also, to me, the act of justice being played out. So in the reverse, this is somebody here who could have done something immorally, illegally, in order to benefit themselves, but to take away from you. Whatever that was, something here is now being rectified with this temperance energy. It's being rectified. Somebody here did something reckless and impulsive with this Knight of Wands reversed. Oh, isn't that interesting? And the 7 of Swords on this side. Yeah, somebody here was only looking out for themselves. And whatever they did something very intricately, though, because they thought that you wouldn't be able to fight back, or they thought that you wouldn't be able to find out who the actual culprit was. But something here is now being rectified. It's being mended. We have the Hanged Man sideways. You guys could be dealing with the Libra. I do have Pisces here, Sagittarius as well. Heavy on the Sag energy with that Temperance in the Knight of Wands. We also have the World, so something here is coming to a completion. Actually, that's the World reversed. Now that I'm looking at the continents, the World is reversed here, with this Sun reversed. Heavy Leo energy. Whatever's taking place, it's divinely driven here with this Star card, so it's like, whatever you've been asking for, whatever you've been praying for, the universe is backing you up, and this is because you surrendered something. Maybe in regards to this loss here, you could have called something out. Because whenever I see the Star card, to me it's all about surrendering to the universe, leaving it to the universe, putting it in the universe's hands. I feel like you tried to do something in the physical. You tried to get justice. You tried to seek some kind of solution here where things would be more even and equal. Something here has not been even and equal. And it's due to some kind of sabotage. Something just fell behind me. One of my lights. That's interesting. The light may have fallen, but it is still shining. Maybe somebody here was trying to use a moment here where maybe you might have fallen. Maybe somebody was trying to claim that you had lost your light, that you were lost in the darkness in some kind of way. But the light is still shining bright right behind me. You're still shining bright. You didn't allow... See, somebody thought that you would let something, whatever this injustice was, that it would eat you up to the point where you would lose your own light, you would lose your divinity, you would lose your hope and your faith and love. I'm looking at my cloth. This is a new one, and it literally says faith, love, and hope. Especially with that sun reversed. Somebody here was trying to rob you of your innocence. They wanted you to feel guarded. They wanted you to feel like you could never be safe and free enough to experience. But with this star card, you surrendered whatever this was. You stopped trying to... I don't want to say you were fighting back. I feel like you were just trying to get justice. Maybe you were trying to speak out and nobody was listening to you. Or maybe you were... Yeah, that's what it feels like. You were trying to speak out. You were speaking your truth. I feel like whatever the situation was, I feel like somebody intentionally tried to set you up in this dynamic here. Something here was pre-orchestrated, is what I'm trying to say. So, like, maybe you were asking for help, you were asking for assistance in some kind of way, and maybe that wasn't fully being given to you. Because somebody here pre-orchestrated something, some sabotage. They pre-orchestrated something. So when you went to go ask for help, you wouldn't be taken seriously, you wouldn't be heard. Because somebody here pre-orchestrated something. So it wasn't... So maybe you were speaking up about what it is that you needed. But because of this pre-orchestrated, I want to say nonsense, people's views were skewed with that hanged man energy. People's views were skewed. So they were like, oh no, the collective doesn't really need that. Here's what I think the collective needs. That's something here was at, like, this flow with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like it was a trickle. Like you would just get crumbs instead of what you actually needed. Because whatever was pre-orchestrated was meant to view and distort and twist the minds of the individuals or the organization here that was meant to help you. I'm also hearing the word preordained. Pre-orchestrated and preordained. Like this was very planned out. So that way when you would go seek help, that was the sabotage. Maybe somebody never thought that you would come to find out who was the one. Because with the Seven of Swords, I mean, traditionally in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's the man walking away with all of the swords, right? So that way when everybody wakes up, they're like, oh wait, somebody stole all of our stuff, but nobody knows who. But I feel like what's happening now, some kind of exposure here, it's the one who preordained all of this. Either way, it's because you have surrendered with this star card. You surrendered, you gave this to the universe, and you didn't lose faith and you didn't lose hope. Somebody here never wanted something to be over for you, but you are still receiving a brand new opportunity here. You're still receiving the Pentacle. No matter what somebody did, it's like the universe is rectifying the situation. You'll know exactly who this person is that did you wrong because you're seeing that right now. They're going through a loss. As you're gaining, they're going through a loss. We do have this Page of Swords. It is sideways. This is somebody here that acts like they know what it is that they're talking about, but they don't. It's like they know just enough. Somebody knows like just enough to get by, but when pressed and questioned, they don't. Somebody knows just enough about a subject to make it seem like they know what they're talking about, when in all actuality, they do not. When pressed further, when inquired further, you see that this person is lacking full depth and full understanding. So whatever this sabotage was, maybe somebody was trying to use something against you by trying to act and claim like they knew something when they actually really didn't. This is definitely somebody here who picks and chooses what information they want to use or takes things out of context with this Page of Swords sideways. Somebody took something out of context, used it against you to preordain a whole situation so that way you would be at a loss, or that people would not be taking your inquiries for help seriously. Either way, it feels like you're stepping into a position of leadership. And what I mean by that is you're setting an example of what it means to still have faith and hope and love in the divine. You didn't allow something to define you. It feels like there was some kind of loss in your life that somebody here was using against you. Or in a moment where you were healing and recovering, somebody was using this against you. We do have the Ten of Wands reversed with the Queen of Cups reversed. This could be somebody here who is very bratty, hypersensitive, focused only on themselves, extremely selfish. This is somebody here that ignores their own conscience. They're not very intuitive. This is somebody here that constantly needs validation. They need constant attention. This Queen of Cups in the reverse is the energy of like somebody who needs you to like hold their hand as they like cross the street vibes. This is definitely somebody here who's incapable of doing something on their own, in all actuality. This is somebody here that feels entitled. We do have Strength reversed here on the side as well. There's a lot of energy here that is reversed, but now something here is being flipped. This is being flipped back onto them. Maybe that's part of this rectification that's taking place. I'm going to stop saying signs because at this point we have all of them. Did I just take a gander and a peek here at death? What's being flipped now is somebody wanted something to end for you, but now this person's going through endings. They're going through losses. They're getting the breadcrumbs. Whatever they had wanted for you, it's now being flipped back onto them. Something here is far from over. With that World reverse and this Ten of Wands reversed. Either way, you're still getting that pentacle. You are still getting that pentacle. You are still going down the path towards abundance and prosperity. You're still going to be able to take care of yourself and have all of your dreams and wishes come true. Somebody could have been attacking your finances, attacking your work in some kind of way. And it's something here about your example. Maybe this has something to do with, I don't know, this could have to do with like, I mean, we do have that Hanged Man sideways. Something here to do with your beliefs. Maybe the way that you still believe, the way that you have faith. Whoever I'm speaking to, I feel like I'm definitely speaking to an optimist, and I feel like you've been going up against a pessimist. Maybe that was part of the preordained nonsense here. Maybe somebody was trying to claim that you were highly pessimistic and for people not to help you because what you were going through was your karma that you deserved to go through because they knew the full story. But again, something here was taken out of context. Somebody here did not have the full details. They saw only what they wanted to see. Oh wow, 15 minutes. Okay. Universe, tell us more. The Wheel of Fortune. But something here is about to be flipped. Something here is about to be flipped. The Wheel of Fortune. This is luck spinning in your favor. King of Swords. At the bottom of the deck. This is somebody here who stands by the truth. Somebody here who is given to act on the facts. Eight of Cups reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed in the Moon. The Eight of Cups could talk about coming back to something due to some kind of codependency. The Nine of Pentacles reverse is the Empress in the Minor Arcana, which is heavy Venus energy. This is definitely somebody who feels needy. This could even be somebody here who feels like entitled, likes to be spoiled type of vibes. I did say somebody here was bratty earlier, but whatever. It's being flipped onto them, and maybe it could be this King of Swords here that is flipping something onto them for their refusal to move on. This is somebody here who was refusing to move on due to some kind of codependency. It's like they needed this because this benefited them in some kind of way if they sabotaged you. And this had to do with how people perceived you up against them. Somebody here definitely casts some kind of an illusion with this moon energy. This has to do with loyalty. Somebody cast an illusion, maybe to see what about your loyalty, maybe claiming that you were not loyal. But I guess people are now discovering something's being flipped on them. People are now discovering that they have been the disloyal ones the whole time. And that's probably what this King of Swords is seeing. He's seeing the truth. He's seeing the facts. You were not the disloyal one all along. They were. Universe. We have the Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups reversed. Excuse me, with the Devil. The Three of Pentacles reversed and the Sun. So somebody here is mad, pissed off, and angry that you don't want to work with them. Maybe you caught on to who was the individual here that was actually doing the sabotaging. Maybe somebody never thought that you would come to find out who they were and who they work for. Plain and simple. We don't fight amongst flesh and blood. We fight amongst principalities. Those are perceptions. Those are what you decide to own, what you decide to give yourself to. Somebody has given themselves up. You know, sold parts of their soul. Maybe due to their own greed, their own selfishness. This is somebody that likes to keep people in toxic cycles, toxic contracts, contracts that only serve them. Three of Pentacles reversed, but you decided you no longer wanted to work with this energy. because it was robbing you, because it was not making you feel good about yourself with this Sun card reversed. The Sun card reversed twice here with the dice. Heavy Leo energy. But either way, whatever is being flipped, it's ushering in peace. You're going to be able to move on from this situation here. Somebody here was dead set on trying to keep you trapped in some kind of twisted karmic attachment that was only serving them. And this is the individual that was taking things out of context. Somebody here is hypersensitive. Somebody here could be extremely emotional, hypersensitive, take things out of context. Oh, I don't like the way that you're making me feel, but at the end of the day, like, that's what this feels like, this whole walking on eggshells vibe with this devil energy. Like, something here it's been very unreasonable ask from you. And maybe somebody here was able to get away with this unreasonable, whatever this is, that using their emotions by taking things out of context to use as evidence. But like I said, the King of Swords, he is somebody here that sees the full truth, the full picture. Something here about the full story is being pieced together, and somebody has it in their hands, and they're going to be acting on that information. This is somebody here that's pretty much playing the role of judge, whether this is a legal proceeding or whether this is in a group, in an environment, in a community. Somebody here with a position of power who acts on the truth. Somebody here has been extremely gluttonous with this Nine of Cups reversed. I mean, if somebody was dissatisfied, they're going to be even more dissatisfied now. Sorry, if they were dissatisfied then, they're going to be even more dissatisfied now. This is also somebody here that doesn't feel brave and confident enough to really own whatever it is that they want. This is somebody who feels like this pessimist energy. Universe. The Seven of Cups. Ace of Wands reverse and the Queen of Swords. We definitely have two individuals here that are given to act on truth, given to act on information. This could be a couple, it could be a duo, it could be, I don't know, people. These two individuals are working together in some way, whether they are a couple, like an actual couple, or they're just a dynamic duo. But there are two individuals here who are given to act on the truth. It's giving lawyer and judge. That's what it's giving. But it doesn't need to be in like the legal sense. For some of you, yes. But this is a general reading, so take it how it resonates for you. But these two individuals here are making decisions based on the truth, based on the facts. And it's about finally putting something here to rest. With this Ace of Wands reversed, this is like somebody being told no, being stopped dead in their tracks. You know what? You're not going to be able to keep going forward with this. This has no more steam. Whatever's happening, it's putting a halt to something. It's finally putting something to a rest. And these two individuals are the ones that are calling the shots. There's been a lot of confusion in this situation, but I also feel like there's also been a lack of options. Especially with that surrender card, with that star card. It's like you've had to work with whatever it is that you've had. And what's being returned to you now is options. Universe, please tell us more. Like, you don't have to settle for the breadcrumbs, is what I'm trying to say. The High Priestess reversed. And the Empress reversed. This is somebody here who cannot keep their mouth shut. Very negative mindset. This is somebody that's like, what about me? This is a pick-me type of vibe. This is somebody here who feels very entitled. Again, ignores their own conscience. This is not somebody who can sit alone. They can't sit with themselves. They can't because they're not comfortable with themselves. And then we have the Magician and the Four of Wands. See, this individual here was spreading rumors and gossip. That's what the High Priestess in the reverse does. She talks a lot. Right? Upright, she keeps to herself. But in the reverse, this is somebody here that always has something to say about something. They take things out of context. They talk a lot because they're hypersensitive. I don't understand this whole... They can't sit with themselves. They can't deal with themselves. They can't face themselves. They don't want to, though, especially with the Nine of Cups reversed. This could be somebody here who's overindulgent, very excessive in whatever it is that they do. They definitely do something here. They're definitely lacking discipline. That's for sure. There's definitely some escapism here, however which way they parlay. Ace of Swords reversed. This lie is going to come back to bite somebody in the butt. Something here about you continuing to stand up for yourself amongst the opposition. Maybe they thought that you would cave under the pressure. But I feel like now that's being flipped onto them. They can't handle the pressure. Or they're not going to be able to handle it. This is putting you through, like, unnecessary trials and tribulations to try and persecute you. And this was all preordained. The Tower reverse. They're not going to see something coming. They're not going to see something coming. We have the Hermit here at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups reverse, Page of Swords reverse, and the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody was trying to rob you of your love so that way you wouldn't be able to succeed with the Seven of Pentacles. So you would have nothing to show for yourself. Somebody was trying to get you to extinguish your light. Somebody was hoping that you would fall to the point where you wouldn't be able to pick yourself back up. They needed you to be out of character, of who you actually really are. They needed your attitude and your personality to match the lie. But it didn't. But it didn't. Because the truth will always prevail over a lie. It will always weigh heavier than a lie. Always. Always. And the truth will always catch up, because the truth is the truth. The truth is the only thing that can withstand the test of time. Heavy Scorpio energy here, Virgo as well. I think what people are also seeing in this situation, once this truth comes out, is how this person doesn't even like themselves. Because I feel like their dirty laundry is being aired. It's like they wanted you to go through that. Well, now they're going to go through that. Because something was taken out of context. And this could just be your life, your choices. Give me one moment. Okay, I am back. Universe, please tell us more for the collective. We have nice guy. Okay. So we have nice guy, then we have mentally and emotionally unstable, and then we have high honor. And I love how that mentally and emotionally unstable is right in the middle. Maybe somebody was trying to claim that you were mentally and emotionally unstable when in all actuality you were a nice person. Losing my voice there. You could be a nice guy, nice girl type of vibe, and somebody was trying to claim that you were out of it, that you were not of sound in mind, that you didn't deserve some kind of high honor. So this person felt like they were your judge, jury, and executioner is what it feels like. And they were like, well, the collective's not deserving of it. You know, this is all a facade. They're not really a nice person. They don't deserve this high honor. They don't deserve for people to look at you with high honor or with high regards. Maybe something here was taken out of context to make it look like and appear that you were mentally and emotionally unstable. But now it's being flipped back onto them, because it takes a special kind of someone to orchestrate something like this. We have a gift. Something here about your gift. Maybe somebody here never wanted you to be able to express your gifts, or something here to do with you receiving some kind of gift that they didn't want you to receive, because whatever this gift is, it could have led to some kind of high honor. This could have been like an inheritance or something here. Somebody never wanted you to get something. They never wanted you to be able to receive something. This could even be in regards to, like, your gifts. Maybe somebody here was trying to claim that you were mentally and emotionally unstable due to your gifts. Whatever those may be that the universe gave you. Like, for example, you could do what I do. Right? And somebody could have claimed that you're mentally and emotionally unstable. You don't deserve this high honor because, you know, you're just like me, I'm just a boy with cards. I'm not saying that this is my story, I'm just using that as an example. Either way, you're being seen with high honor. Something here is being flipped onto them. Karma. Karma is taking place. And you're still going to be receiving whatever this is that was taken away from you. Somebody here may be able to redirect it for the short term, but in the long term, it's going to its rightful home. It's going to its rightful place. It's going to its rightful owner. Course is being corrected here. And I feel like it's the course of reality. Because now the full picture is being seen, or it's coming into focus. Okay, that was way too many. Universe, please tell us more. We have family and intuitive Kev. This could be someone here in your family or someone here that you considered like family. Some workplaces could even feel like family. And something here about your intuition. You being highly intuitive in regards to who you can trust and who you cannot trust. This family card, it's given like the people, something here about your circle. Yeah, something here about your self-love. The way that you care for yourself and the way that you're in your North Node. This is definitely involving some kind of relationship. Maybe somebody was trying to claim that you were mentally unstable and unfit and emotionally, you know, all over the place, so that way you wouldn't be able to be in relationships with people of high honor, or, you know what I mean? Or to keep somebody of high honor away from you. Or to mess with your relationships in regards to this group, to this environment. Something here about your intuition told you to pull back your energy in some kind of way. You knew that somebody here wasn't loyal with that moon. Like, you knew it. You knew this person was not being loyal to you. So you knew somebody here had their own agenda. You couldn't put your finger on it. Maybe somebody was using that against you too. Maybe that, like I said, everything here was preordained. That even if you tried Like I said, you were speaking up your truth and nobody was listening to what it is that you were feeling and what you were asking for. Something here could have also given people, or people felt like they had the right to look deeper, and maybe this could have even, like, infected your boundaries, like your privacy in some kind of way. Universe. So you knew. You knew. We have opposition, and it flipped itself out in the reverse. Somebody was trying to claim that you were the opposition, but you're not the opposition. This could be involving a home, an inheritance, your safety, your structure, your stability. Voodoo? Somebody here was doing voodoo? They were doing the dark arts? They were sending you negative energy? Maybe so that way you would be homeless? Or that you wouldn't be able to be secure within yourself? That you would always have to worry? So that way you wouldn't feel safe? Universe, tell me about this voodoo. Somebody definitely thought that you would never be able to recover from something, but you did. Something here is now being mended for you. Universe, tell me about this voodoo. Tell me about this negative energy that was being sent towards the collective. Posting things directed towards you instead of coming to you directly. So this is somebody here that definitely had an issue with you. I don't like the picture. This is somebody that's very devious, mischievous. This is definitely part of about what's being seen is how devilish somebody here has become. This is definitely somebody here that was definitely had an issue with you, and instead of coming to you with something, they could have been posting things about you, like online, like sharing your stuff to try and get back at you. Again, excuse me, using something here out of context. Mercury retrogrades, delays, problems, interruptions with transportation and communication. Somebody here was intentionally trying to muddle your communication, how you're being seen, so that way people treat you in a certain way if they already think about, if you know what I mean? Like, you're going to treat somebody, I don't want to be mean, but you're going to treat an addict different than somebody who is not an addict, right? Because with an addict, no offense, you can't really truly know if they're being honest with you. That, I mean, it's part of the disease. I'm just using that as an example. Somebody was trying to claim that you were mentally and emotionally unstable, so people had to deal with you in a specific way. Do you get what I'm saying? Or they felt like they needed to be reserved and held back because of this. This is somebody here who had an issue with you. But they can't come to you. They won't say it to your face. This person won't say it to your face, but they'll post it online. That's a PUSSY if I've ever seen one. I'm sorry. If you got something to say it to my face. Until then, it doesn't count. I'm just keeping it real. 39:39 on the timer as I said that. Somebody, we have Jupiter retrograde right behind that. Somebody was trying to cause things to go backwards for you. And maybe they were able to. Maybe they were successful. But with all retrogrades, they're just temporary. They don't last forever. The course will always be corrected. causing you to miss out and lose an opportunity. It did come out in the reverse, and I am going to honor it. So they couldn't cause you to miss out. Like I said, it was only temporary. The course is being corrected here. Someone is doing black magic and juju on you. Yeah, we're trying to figure out what that is. Look, this devilish person here. They're trying to hide their horns and claim that they're a rabbit. They're a creepy looking rabbit. That's a creepy looking rabbit. I'm sorry. They're trying to make you miss out on opportunities. Hating on your creativeness and your ideas. Something here to do with your creativity. Maybe that's the gift that you have. Whatever it is, you're being creative with it. Universe, tell us about this black magic and juju, please. Black obsidian carries a calming and positive energy that can help you remember to look on the bright side of things. Maybe something here didn't work because maybe some of you guys have black obsidian. If not, I would definitely recommend getting some black obsidian. Possesses an amulet and has it blessed with protection. You could have an amulet here that's blessed with protection, or maybe some kind of jewelry here that was given to you from family. Maybe it was blessed with protection. Universe, tell me more. Spreading rumors about you. Thank you for the confirmation. Pyrite. Pyrite may help you shield from harmful effects of technology. Energy vampire. Okay. Envious of your career and the money you make. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, this is somebody here that was trying to make you seem like you were crazy here, because they're so jealous and envious of the fact that you are creative with your gifts. They probably want it all for themselves, or this could even be somebody here who's a competitor of yours. Take it how it resonates. But they're very envious of your money. They were doing all this shit to siphon energy off you. Maybe because somebody here wanted... They wanted to destiny swap, role swap. Take it however it resonates. And they were definitely spreading rumors about you. Whatever has happened here, maybe somebody here underestimated your protection with this black obsidian and pyrite. I'm getting you were heavily protected and guarded here. I feel like the universe wanted to see how far somebody would take something. You know, it's kind of like a rubber band. You can only stretch it so far before it bounces back or it snaps. But even then, when it snaps, it still bounces back. But it comes, you know, and it hurts. They were just sending you hate however which way they could. That's really what it feels like. They would do voodoo, then they would do this, and they would spread rumors, and they would post about you online. They would take things out of context. They would choose things in screenshots. I don't know. Like, somebody here went really, really far. Maybe they're being seen as very unstable. That's for sure. Trying to claim that you were their opposition, that you were causing the problems. That it was all your fault. When in all actuality, I don't feel like you did anything. This person just, they wanted to be you. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to make it my mission to take everything away from the collective. Well, good luck with that. How did that really work out? How did that work out? That's what I want to know. I want to ask them that. And how did that work out for you? Or how is that working out for you? Universe. What was this person's intentions? What was their end game? Like, what was the why? An imposter. I'm not who you think I am. This is somebody who is a fake, who's a phony. They're an imposter. This is somebody here that likes to mimic and blend in with their surroundings. Very chameleon-like energy. Leverage. They were trying to get leverage on you. I want you to open up and trust me so I can use your secrets against you. Taking things out of context. Using things against you. This imposter. We have a mirror. Maybe this person doesn't like what you reflect back to them. Because you're real and they're fake? Is that what it is? Your realness threatens them that bad? This is small dick energy. Male or female, that's what this is. This is small dick energy. It's something here about you being a leader and you being an example that really pisses this person off. Because that's how what they want to be seen. They want to be seen as a leader. Or in high regards. They want the high honor. But they want to do it, but they want it fake. We have closure. It's time to resolve unfinished business and move forward in our lives. That's what's taking place right now, is closure. Things are coming to an end. We have honesty. Something here about the truth is being spoken up. The truth is being revealed. Universe, please tell us more. Holding back. Yeah, this imposter here was not being fully open with you. This could be somebody who had some kind of unspoken desires, often hidden needs or emotions they were unwilling to face. Someone is about to confess their true feelings for you? I'm not liking the smell of that. I'm sorry. Now they want to speak up? Don't even tell me like this was like the energy of like... like twisted, tainted love? Temporary distance? Oh, I definitely don't like that. I don't like it sideways. That's telling me this is not temporary. This is going to become permanent. This distance between you will be permanent. Things are not going to be able to reconnect later. Your friendship is being tested for loyalty. Like I said, somebody was trying to claim that you were not loyal. Something here is being closed out, where somebody here is permanently leaving your life. Permanently. Permanently. This imposter is permanently being eradicated from your energy. Exposing lies. The truth will eventually be exposed about these rumors that have been flying. Lies are being exposed. The mask is being ripped off. This masquerade ball, guess what? The party's over. It's time for everybody to go home. It's time for the mask to come off. The party is over. The party is over. This could even be somebody here who was even... Why am I getting this? They were wearing a mask. Maybe they were trying to moonlight as you in order to divert something to themselves, to take something away from you. That's for someone, not everyone. This is definitely somebody here who felt like they were in the same boat as you. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. That was my plumber. Need to exchange my hot water tank. Something here about the flow is going to be restored. Something here has already been scheduled. The restoration has already been scheduled. Alrighty. Let's see. Actually, universe, please give us some character clues. Excuse me. Universe, please give us some character clues. Somebody here could have fun colored hair. Maybe somebody here likes to dye their hair a lot. Maybe like unnatural colors, like blue, purple, magenta. We have a Libra. We have a Libra here. A Libra could be involved, or something here about the justice system being involved. Scales finally being balanced out. This person with fun colored hair could be a Libra. We have Australian. Somebody here could be Australian. We have lip plumper, Botox. Somebody here could wear lip plumper, or they do Botox. Maybe they use Botox for like medical purposes, not cosmetics. I know you can get Botox to help you with like migraines and like bladder control or something. I don't know. But with this lip plumper, it's giving cosmetic. Somebody here is definitely focused on their appearance. We have a millennial. There could be a millennial that's involved. This could be a millennial with fun-colored hair. This millennial could be a Libra. Doesn't have to be. We have islander. Somebody here could be an islander. We have medium hair. Somebody here could have medium hair. We have a Leo. A Leo could be involved. Maybe we have a Leo millennial that got involved. Maybe trying to tip the scales in their favor, or maybe like a Leo and a Libra work together or something. We have a Catholic, or these could just be two separate energies. Take it how it resonates. Somebody here could be Catholic. Maybe somebody here comes from a Orthodox or like a traditional island background. I don't know what that means. Like, it's very conservative. Something here about conservatism. Somebody here could be very conservative. And I'm not talking about politics. We have acquaintance. Somebody here could be an acquaintance. Maybe there could be an acquaintance here with medium hair. Somebody here could wear a lot of white clothing. This Leo. Maybe somebody here likes to wear white. Maybe they wear white for work. Somebody here could be a chef or like a lab technician. We have a Scorpio. A Scorpio could be involved somehow. We could have an Islander Scorpio here who's Catholic, or something here to do with extreme religious beliefs. I'm not trying to claim that all Catholics are extreme. I'm just saying. We have mature. Somebody here could be mature. Somebody here could be older. We have a wallflower. Somebody here could like to stay to themselves. It's right next to this Leo. Maybe somebody was like, well, no one's that quiet. No one's that introspective. No one's that... You know what I mean? Universe, tell us more. We have micro braids. Somebody here could have micro braids. Maybe this person with micro braids uses a lot of lip plumper or Botox. Universe. We have blonde. Somebody here could be blonde. We could have a mature blonde individual. We have Generation Alpha. Somebody could be from Generation Alpha. They could be a wallflower. We have Muslim. There's definitely differences here in religion. Maybe this was like a crusade of sorts. Maybe because of your beliefs, of your spirituality. We have purple clothing. Somebody could wear a lot of purple. Maybe they wear a lot of purple and white. Maybe something you to do for work. Maybe like a work logo. It has purple in it. Purple and white. We have dreadlocks. Somebody here could have dreadlocks. We could have somebody here who's blonde with dreadlocks. This person could be from Generation Alpha. They could also wear a lot of purple. Maybe they have purple in mixed with their blonde. Purple and blonde dreadlocks. We have dark skin. Somebody here could have dark skin. Universe, please give us some more character clues. There's definitely a man that's involved here somehow. We could have a mature Scorpio man. Like mature in age. Somebody could like to spend a lot of time outdoors. We could have a millennial here that likes to spend a lot of time outdoors. This person with medium hair. Somebody here could be skinny. We have a sibling. It could be a sibling that's involved in here somehow. Maybe you have a Scorpio sibling here who's older but not very mature. We have an immigrant. Somebody here could be an immigrant. Maybe somebody here immigrated from an island of sorts. Or they could be a product of immigration. Somebody here could be the life of the party. See, we have differences here. We have the life of the party and then we have a wallflower. Maybe somebody was trying to claim that you were up to no good here because you're a wallflower. Maybe you're shy or you like to spend time alone. We could have a dark-skinned person here with blonde hair who has dreadlocks. We have a step, foster, or adoptive sibling. Step, foster, or adoptive sibling with the actual sibling card that came out. Somebody could have worked with your sibling. Maybe this is somebody that was trying to claim that they were, like, your flesh and blood when they're actually not. Oh, I know them because we're related, but are you really, though? Or is it just through marriage? Because that's two totally different things. Something here about y'all are not the same. We have friend. Somebody's friend could be involved somehow. Maybe your step-sibling's friend is involved somehow. Maybe you made the connection. This could be somebody here who's older. Doesn't have to be. Somebody who could like the color purple. They wear a lot of purple somehow. Something here about Vans. Maybe somebody could wear, like, you know, the Vans shoes. It's like the checker print. Maybe there's purple on them. I don't know why I'm picturing that. Like, with the black sole. Somebody who could drive a sedan. Somebody here is definitely older than you. Somebody here could be blue collar. This could be your step-sibling here is blue collar. Maybe they sent their blue collar friends your way. We have contacts. Somebody here could wear contacts. Somebody here does wear pink clothing. We do have a Pisces, and somebody here is rugged. We have a Pisces here who could wear a lot of pink clothing. And then we have red hair. Somebody here could have red hair that's involved. Something here about disguises. There's a lot of disguises here. It's given the energy here. If maybe somebody was trying to claim that you brought dishonor to the family, you brought dishonor to the group, you brought dishonor to the environment due to your beliefs. What are these that came out? We have pagan and we have brunette. You could be pagan. They could be pagan. Take it however it resonates. Somebody here could be a brunette. Excuse me. Universe, please tell us more for the collective. Divine luck. The universe delights in blessings with... The universe delights in blessing me with extraordinary luck and golden opportunities. The universe delights in blessing you with extraordinary luck and golden opportunities. It's about divine luck. This is that Wheel of Fortune energy. And it's all because you are serving a higher purpose. The universe supports me as I discover my true calling and rise into my higher purpose. That's what you're doing. You're entering into your higher purpose. Maybe this individual, this situation here was your catalyst into ascending into your higher purpose. And that's why these gates of divine luck are now unlocking for you. Because you've been granted the key, because no matter what, you didn't lose your faith. You didn't lose your hope. You didn't surrender what you believed in. You remained true to yourself. Spiritual mastery. I walked a path of spiritual mastery, actualizing the limitless power, wisdom, and love that reside within me. You have hit some kind of spiritual mastery at this time, and that's unlocking these divine gates of luck for you. And we have light body. My light body vibrates with pure love, anchoring the frequencies of ascension into the physical place, into the physical plane. It's exactly what you're doing. You have been ascending here. It's something here to do with your light. They can't stop you from shining because you were always meant to shine. And now they're seeing that you're being blessed. And maybe that's part of the example. Now people are seeing like, oh, so not only what was said about the collective is false, they still kept their head up, even though they were encountering all of this unnecessary resistance due to this persecution. You still anchored in the frequencies of ascension into the physical plane. You are on the path of spiritual mastery. We have the right place. I am always in the right place at the right time, ready to receive what is meant for me. You are in the right place, and it is the right time. Exactly. Continue to remain empowered. Universe, please tell us more. With empathy. Empathy does not excuse. It expands your vision to see as the divine sees. Listen from the heart, not the wound, and you will shift from judgment to understanding. Empathy does not excuse. Empathy is not about creating excuses for things. See, you saw the bigger picture. You were like, you know what? I can, this person doesn't like me because of this, but it brought you greater understanding here from like, all right, you know what? I actually kind of feel bad for them. You know, because once you boil down to it, this person wants to be like you. They want to be seen like you. They want the attention that you receive. They want your luck. They want the good grace that is placed upon you. They want this divine luck. They really, truly want to emulate you, and instead of being inspired by you, right? Because that's really what it is. Somebody who is inspired by you, but they don't know how to really digest all of that. And instead of, I need to get rid of the collective because I don't like the way they make me feel, or I don't like the way that they feel, or how they're feeling whenever you're succeeding, whenever you're winning in the eyes of other people. Take it as a compliment, really. Something here about your inner child. Somebody thought that they were going to be able to rob you of your innocence, but they didn't. They didn't. They never could, and they never will. Somebody was messing with your free will. Deception. Something here about the spiritual mastery has to do with you being able to see through deception. Be aware of those who operate with dishonesty and deception. Don't let the darkness take advantage of your light. And do not rush into agreements or actions without clarity. See, you can see through deception now. And you can see through temptation. Maybe somebody was trying to use temptation in order to deceive you. Again, that devil energy. Trying to keep you bound, trapped, and stuck by luring you in with some kind of temptation. And I feel like they did that while you were receiving breadcrumbs. And maybe that was part of it, like, you know what, let me distort everyone's view of the collective so that way they're only receiving breadcrumbs. And then let me try to poke at them and try to lure them in with temptation here, because I put them in a place of suffering. Let me limit their options so that way they'll take the bait in regards to my temptation, but you didn't. You didn't bite that fruit. We have disappointment. Somebody here is now disappointed that you're anchoring in the frequencies of ascension. Not every plan unfolds as expected, and sometimes the outcome brings disappointment. Resist the pull of negative emotions and instead reflect on the lessons that are being offered. Somebody was trying to use this disappointment against you. They never thought that you would be able to rise from it and that you would be able to overcome from whatever disappointment they brought you in your life. This person who was your enemy, they purposely played the role of your villain. They were your catalyst. Every hero needs a villain. Be careful with who you share your energy, for you live in a world with both darkness and light. This energy vampire so they were doing all of this and they still wanted to get energy. So your enemy was actually posing as your friend, as your ally. But they were the ones that was causing the trickle down, right? They were the one that was disrupting the flow. And then they would come in with these temptations, these offerings here, in hopes that you would take the bait. So that way they could have some more things to use against you. And they never thought that they would be discovered. And maybe all it took was you pulling your energy back when you did, that set off a chain of events here that can no longer be stopped because your energy is no longer involved. They don't have your energy to work with. And maybe whatever evil, voodoo, hoodoo, blah blah, whatever they were doing, whatever hate they were sending your way, it only stuck. It was only temporary. It was meant to be a catalyst because the divine knew that you would always be able to overcome it. Maybe it was the very lesson that you needed in order to spiritually master yourself, for you to anchor in these light codes of ascension. See, this deception taught you a lot. It taught you a lot about the enemy and what really truly drives them, which is their own ineptitude. Knowledge is power. Let's see. Universe. What goddess could the collective connect with at this time? Which goddess could the collective connect with? That came flying right out. We have Hecate. Crossroads. She's actually right above my head. I don't know if you can see her. We're gonna have to fix that. But we have Hecate. I sit in the blackness of the dark moon night with my hounds at the crossroads, where three roads converge. At the crossroads, a place of choice, all paths lead to the crossroads. And all are desirable, but only one can you travel, only one can you choose. Choice creates endings, and all beginnings come from endings. At the crossroads, which one will you choose? Which way will you go? Which? Though the choice is yours, here's a secret I'll share. The way to choose is to enter the void. The way to choose is to let die. The way to choose is to fly free. Hecate is considered by some to be a Thracian moon goddess, and by others to be an ancient pre-Greek goddess of midwives, birth, fertility, the dark of the moon, magic, wealth, education, ceremonies, and the underworld. Worshipped at the places where three roads crossed, she would walk aboard on nights when the moon was dark, attended by a pack of hounds. People honored her by leaving offerings at the crossroads. As crone, she has also formed a triad with Persephone, maiden, and Demeter, mother. Hecate meets you at the crossroads when you must make a choice. Times of choice are not easy times. The challenges presented by choice necessitate a leap of faith from the person doing the choosing. Hecate says to let go of the idea that there are wrong or right choices. There is just choice. Have you been putting off making a choice because it seems to be too overwhelming or a no-win situation? Does the choice bring up fear of the unknown? Does it seem better and or easier to remain with what you know? Sometimes a choice must be made, yet you are not ready. In such cases, the way to nurture wholeness is to acknowledge where you are and let it go. Trust that you will be able to make a choice when the time is right. Give yourself time and space. Don't press, berate, or blame yourself. You need nourishment here. When you let go, suddenly clarity comes to show you what you need. Hecate urges you to embrace the unknown. Know that whatever you choose will bring you something invaluable that you can use on your path to wholeness. Some of you guys could be at a very, very pivotal moment in your journey right now. And you have to, it's not about right or wrong. It's about making a choice. And sometimes choices aren't easy. But just know that either way, you are still going to gain more wisdom at the end of the day, which you'll be able to use along your path. This is something to do with you guys going into wholeness. Maybe you had to make a lot of sacrifices with this crossroads energy. It's about to pay off because divine luck is now... That door has been unlocked for you. Universe, what crystal could the collective benefit from? Universe, what crystal? Thank you. We have Kayanite. Brings the beings of light have a message for you. Open yourself to receive it. You guys could benefit from some Kayanite at this time. Welcome, dear soul. I am the spirit of the Kayanite, or Distin, or Saphirite, whatever you want to call me. I am here for you today. The water, the sky, and the beings of light are with me. My color is an azure blue, one that only nature can paint. Great connections and great talents await us. So many things we can do together. If you wish, I have the strength and speed of a waterfall coming rushing down from the sky. Did you know you are a unique soul? Why then do you feel your nature weighs you down? Today I bring with me 2 magnificent white horses to convey the depth of pride, beauty, and purity that emanates from your inner self. Embrace it all and give us the opportunity to help expand your mind and vision so you can achieve otherworldly communication. You'll have no idea how many psychic levels there are and the joy and serenity you feel as you travel towards them. Do you feel your body's energy rising as you contemplate this wonder? We are conveying beautiful concepts that are hard to articulate. But we urge you to clear your mind, and this task is very important. Receiving and projecting other people's energy is illusory? An unclean connection can lead you to dangerous choices and directions, which is why it is important for you to continue to cleanse yourself and your space. Don't underestimate the toxicity you can pick up from others' thoughts. Protect yourself. Release yourself from personal attachments as they will not set you free. This is the reason you feel you often have to isolate yourself. If you learn to manage those talents, you can live a more balanced life. Your intelligence allows for fast learning. Study, learn, and deepen your skills by putting them into practice. However, don't let theory and technicality sabotage your empathy. Maintain an openness and curiosity to listening to yourself. When you need to rest your mind, immerse yourself in the beauty of this card's image and refresh yourself under the waterfall. When you wear me, I will help you and remind you of all of this. Put me under your pillow at night and I will help you create powerful dreams. If you meditate or travel with me, you can connect and maybe communicate with beings of light or your essence. Wash me lightly under the water and expose me to moonlight. New, rising, or full. We hope that these talents bestowed upon you from birth are employed for the greater good of all, bringing you immense joy. It's something here to do with your innate gifts. I don't know why I just held the book up. Something here about you. We hope that these talents bestowed upon you from birth are employed for the greater good of all, bringing you immense joy. Something here about you being able to just be yourself and bring into the world whatever it is that you are meant to bring in. It's like you have stepped into your higher purpose. You've answered the call. And you were dealing with somebody here who was, what? Wanting to take you off that? If you're interested in purchasing some Kayanite, the link to Otter Spirit is down below in the description box, as well as my promo codes. Universe, please give us an affirmation. Universe, please give us an affirmation for the collective. Universe, thank you. We have spontaneity. Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. There's also a pretty good chance that your name is not Charlie. You know what I'm also getting? Somebody here could have been using some kind of toxicity here in hopes to, put you on guard so that way you wouldn't say yes when you were at the crossroads. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. Somebody never wanted you to say yes. They always wanted you to say no. Maybe it's time for you to say yes. Maybe now that you're in this crossroads here, now that you're healed, and now that the playing field is about to be evened, is really what this feels like, maybe it's time for you to say yes to new experiences. You're not meant to be isolated at this time. You're meant to be shared with the world. However that looks like for you. I'm going to have to find a new spot to put that deck. I keep knocking it over. I did just get this new one today. It's the Stoic Buddhism of Japan. It's an oracle deck. I did kind of go through them earlier, and I feel like I probably should have bought something that I could probably pronounce better, but it is what it is. Universe. Anything for the collective, please. Okay, please only give us one for the collective, please. I like it. It's very thick. Universe, please give us one for the collective. Thank you. We have Ashuku Niorai. I probably said that wrong. I'm hoping that the book tells me how to pronounce it. No, the book does not tell me how to pronounce it. Asuku Nairai. A steadfast heart that strikes fear into the hearts of evil. Oh, that's what you could be doing. Your light? Your light could be striking fear into the hearts of evil? Because you refuse to dim your light? Stand firmly on the ground like a tree. Do not be swayed by anything. Look into the mirror of your heart. Conquer your doubts. If there is a matter you're having trouble deciding, try looking into the mirror of your heart. How do you appear to yourself? If you look closely, you may find something you never noticed before. Are your feet planted firmly on the ground? If you're not standing on solid ground, you will be unable to see yourself properly in a mirror. Be like a great tree and sink your roots deep into the soil. Stand straight and tall, never yielding to thoughts of darkness or their malicious schemes. Ashuku Nyorai, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong, is one of the 5 compassionate Buddhas. With the large mirror, he sees all, shedding light on all truths in his infinite wisdom. His mantra, there's no way I'm pronouncing that, means the immovable Buddha, a testament to his steadfast heart. When you feel uncertain, Ashuku Nyorai shatters your doubts by allowing your heart to grow stronger. His right hand, extended to the ground, is in the evil conquering mudra, which strikes fear into the hearts of all evil. Ashuku Nyorai is a savior Buddha, prayed to in hopes of a safe childbirth and for defeating darkness. He shields us from disaster and washes away our transgressions. Blessings, defeating darkness and evil. There's also a symbol here. Maybe something here about practicing mudras. Maybe incorporating some mudras into your meditations could really help and assist you at this time. I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce these things. I have homework now. That's okay, though. I don't mind homework. I like learning new things. Universe, please give us a final message for the collective. We have achievement and openness. Actually, it came out in this order, so I'm going to take it in that order. We have achievement. Many stories relate that Ganesha has 2 lives, Siddhi, success, and Riddhi, prosperity. The symbolism of these 2 women indicates that if you walk on the path set by Ganesha, success and prosperity are guaranteed to be always by your side. The search for material success seldom brings with it achievement of spiritual goals. Ganesha wishes you to realize that by actively developing your spirituality and consciously working with the divine, you will experience positive flow-on effects in all areas of your existence. When you stay connected to your spiritual nature, you have a more serene mind. Develop an accepting perception of yourself. This attitude will help your heart open to spiritual matters. A high level of self-mastery coupled with a high ethical practice will increase the likelihood of enjoying material success. As more people discover the rewards of a more dynamic and fulfilling spiritual life, this success will become the norm in society and not an expectation for a few eccentric individuals. The more relationships among human beings develop into true kinship, the more humanity can achieve beyond the present limits of knowledge and material measures of success. Become part of a brotherhood governed by love, working toward building a happier, more loving, and productive global society. Okay. And then we have number 18, openness. Observe, evaluate, and make inquiries before forming a conclusion. When the moon is waning in the crescent phase, it is a good time to begin to review endeavors and correct mistakes. It is time to throw out what you no longer need and clear away excess in old energy, including any clutter you may have accumulated. In addition to discarding excessive material things in your life, eliminate any unhealthy behaviors and relationships. You may find that you are trying to decide between 2 options. This card is not about making a decision, but more about taking the time to really listen to your heart and your inner voice. Ganesha advises you to gain more information before you act. This knowledge can be in many forms, including your innate knowledge, self-knowledge, secret knowledge, or even more historic wisdom. You may find that what you are attaining might be both mysterious and magical. You are in a conscious process of creative release. Give thanks and gratitude for the things that you have accomplished. Don't feel rushed or pressed or pressured to begin a new undertaking. Review your goals and regroup accordingly. Once you have all of these necessary information, you will begin to feel motivated to set some new goals and start new projects. That is what I have for y'all this evening. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.